Hello, and this is Sir Alexander with another Starcraft 2 Battle Report. In this game, this is a game for the RPG.net tournament. This is a best of 3, and the way that this works is in each round, if you win a round, you get a point, and then in the next round, the people with the most points will be matched up against each other, and those with lesser points will be matched against each other. Now, I'm not sure if you win the best of 3, if you get 1 point, or if you get 1 point for each game. I'm not sure. Either way, though, it should be pretty evenly matched up. Anyways, this is between Aeonwalker and Ratman. I'm not sure which is which, so their usernames, which is what I'll be calling them as, are Magus and Konig. I'm just gonna call him Kong. Please, nobody yell at me. I'm just gonna call him Kong. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, so I'll call him King Kong here. King Kong is getting down his first pylon, and Magus is producing drones, getting some more drones out. No spawning pool yet, so he's definitely not worried about some sort of rush. This would be the perfect opportunity. Like I said, I think I said this in the last game on Blistering Sands, it'd be really cool to see him come up and put a pylon right here and do some proxy gateways, major cheese the tournament. Anyways, so more workers being put up, so major economy push here, as he has, that'll be his 14 workers to just 12. But before that, spawning pool. Anyways, gateway going up for Kong. And nothing too exciting. Again, this game will be on Blistering Sands. Now, the way that the tournament works for RPG.net is the loser of this game will pick the map for the next game. So they can pick whatever the map, is their favorite or whatever. I think it does have to be a 1v1 map, though. So no Metalopolis, I believe. I'm not exactly sure about that, and somebody can correct me. Another chrono boost going down on the economy. This guy is coming in to scout this. We'll see the dual gateways going up. So this might be a 4-gate push, but I think usually for a 4-gate push you put up a simulator and then a cybernetic score. Someone can again correct me on the exact build order. Hatchery going up for Magus. So very heavy economy game. That hatchery is going up at the same time as that spawning pool even. No Vespian geysers yet, so doubtless we'll see a lot of Zerglings, as he's probably going to take this expansion and pump out some Zerglings for his defenses, and then should get his geysers up soon, though, and get some roaches or hydralisks or something out. Now, this probe is going to scout this and see that there's not a single Zergling in this base, not even any on production. I think, are those Zerglings? Please be Zerglings. No, dual overlords. So, right now, this Zealot could really move in and possibly do some major harassment. Queen coming out, but did he see this expansion? That's a big deal right now. Did King Kong see that expansion? No, he did not. Did not quite scout that all the way up here, and King Kong has missed that expansion. That Queen will be out and should be able to take down that probe if she goes around the other way. Almost did. That probe is all the way back there in the corner of the base, though. And looks like we have Zerglings coming out. So now he'll probably soup up this expansion and then do mass Zerglings for the win. Unless he could try and take one of the... He should really get these geysers up. Unless he's going to be completely devoted to this Zergling rush. As we see, interesting move by King Kong here. He did not wall in... I'm sorry, I should not call him King Kong. That's not his name. I'll call him Kong. Anyways, Kong did not wall in here. So these Zerglings will be able to run and blitz in. I'm not sure who's playing on what races. Magnus might have been playing on random, and maybe Kong just took a risk and didn't do it. Anyways, gas going up. These Zerglings are just sitting here not doing anything. They could push in and do some major harassment here. We do have 3 Zealots out and 2 more on the way, but no wall in. So these Zerglings could just blitz up in here and get some of these workers. Assimilator very late. Assimilator going down. So no stalkers or nullifiers will be on the way for some time yet. Overlord watching over these whatever you call them, ferns here. Always a good option to have your Overlord scouting out, though it is kind of risky because stalkers can come in and get them down, obviously. Good job with keeping the larva. We'll see if this Queen does it instantly. Not quite yet. Anyway, so we do have some Zerglings out. There she goes. So he is keeping up with his economy a good bit. This is not saturated yet, but I'm sure he has more workers on the way. I'm going to put this on the production tab then. 10 Zerglings on production. So it looks like he might try and make a push here. He definitely devoted to this early Zergling build because he didn't get his gas until very late. Even right now he's at 32 gas. Well, I guess 132 because he did get the metabolic boost. We do have a layer going up. Lots of Zerglings here, going to try and push across the map. But right now, those will be totally worthless against all of these Zealots. But these Zealots are pushing out as well. And if the Zerglings, so they try and blitz by and get in here and wound the economy, but it probably would be at the cost of their own base, as Kong is going to push in here. And these guys are going to meet right up. Were they on attack move or not? Looks like Magus was on attack move and Kong was just on a right mouse click, meaning these Zealots are taking massive amounts of damage for absolutely no gain. Little bit of a mismanagement there as Kong's Zealots are still running instead of fighting. That Zealot will get taken down. The rest are low on shields. Major mismanagement here. What could have been a total mop-up by Kong is probably going to be defeated now. Yeah, that was 6 Zealots could have totally taken out all of those Zerglings. Now they finally turn to fight, but no choke point, no advantage. They will be surrounded and will be killed. A little bit of a mismanagement there by Kong. Way too many Zerglings now to take on all those guys. Those Zerglings really need to push back here and get into this economy. There are 3 Stalkers up, but those Zerglings could take a lot of abuse from those Stalkers with that many. And not to mention, Metabolic Boost is on the way. Actually, wait, is it done? Do those guys have wings? Do you see wings? Yeah, it is done. There's little wings on their icon. It's probably too glitchy on YouTube to see it. Anyways, so he did... No, he hasn't researched it. Never mind. Overlord scouting out here to see if there's another push pylon going down. He really could get in here and get some good harassment, especially with that metabolic boost, but nothing going up yet, especially if he took this Overlord. Here's a neat little trick. You take this Overlord. Oh, never mind, I'll tell you afterwards. They're going to push in here and forget the economy. They're just going to try and take him on in a fair fight. Not exactly sure who's going to win here. Looks like the Zerglings are going to win. Another Stalker comes out, but that's not going to be enough. He really needs Zealots. A Zealot is coming up. Look at all these guys queued up, but he does not have Warp Gates. He doesn't have enough guys. He really could snipe. Well, that's actually 3 pylons. That's a lot. Anyways, he's going to go straight for the probes. Very good choice. Kong does not have an expansion up. He's in a lot of trouble here. If you look at the production toe, Magnus is not keeping up with his macro. He's probably too busy working with these guys. He will take down all the workers harvesting crystals. On the income tab, we will see like no income at all. There's not a single harvester on the map. I hope he has 50 crystals. Yes, he does have 50 crystals. Good. Not a single harvester on the map, whereas Magus is harvesting 1,200 crystals per minute. So really, from here on, it should just be a mop-up by Magus. He should really pump out these Zerglings like he was doing. He's going for an infestation pit. He has a Nidus Canal. Okay. OW. Ow. Okay, he's just saying ow like that hurt. I didn't know if that was like GG in Russian or something. Anyways, so he is watching this expansion, making sure no flying guys come over here. He's going to try and make a push here. This might not be the best of moves. And it's good to get the pressure on, but looks like a whole bunch of Hydralisks on the way. Not sure how that's going to work out. Nidus Canal is coming out. Doubtless going to pop up somewhere in here. Who knows? Maybe back here. Oh, sorry. That was just a bug. Anyways, this expansion will be attacked. He should be able to counteract this pretty quickly. He's got some Zerglings here. Those Zealots, 3 Zealots should be able to take those Zerglings on, unless there's missed micro by Kong. I guess this guy's right in the fight. Looks like he'll lose this Zealot, probably lose this Zealot as well, but with 2 more Zealots coming up, and he will take down all of those Zerglings. This expansion might go down. He really needs to get his Hydralisks over here, but no, looks like he just popped up a Nidus Worm in his base, so he said, forget my own expansion, I'm going to own your main base. These guys are going to come into what seems to be a very defenseless Protoss base. He is taking down those pylons. Excellent choice. Will probably... well, no, he's not going to supply block him for a little while yet. So, Kong realizes the danger he's in. He takes down that expansion. He needs to push onto the main, try and make something happen, or come back to his own base. Magus is just mopping up on this expansion. That will be it. This one Stalker will come out. That's not near enough to stop these guys. That Nidus Worm is there. He can warp in. Not warp in. He can scoot in way more units, and this has to be GG. There's really nothing that who is this guy? That Kong can really hope to do here. I mean, he could try and push in, but there's a Spire on the way. What are those? Mutalisks coming out, and they'll totally mop on that. And these Hydralisks will totally own this base. Really, absolutely nothing he can do. There's no other buildings. As soon as those buildings go down, this will be GG. He really needs to call it GG here. He's just trying to do some damage, trying to keep in this game, but there's really nothing he can do to keep in this game. As soon as he loses these last 3 buildings, it will be GG. He doesn't have enough to build another command center anyways. And there he goes. He calls the GG. Good game, he says. Excellent game. So here we saw that Magus just completely out macroed him, just poured in, put that Nidus Worm there, which, was nice, but he really didn't even need it because he was just out macroing him so much that he owned him. He was 2-basing it, had a 3rd base going up fully saturated, and just pressed forward. He knocked out every single worker with his Zergling push. And really, it all came down to this right here, this movement. When those Zealots came up, they were on a right instead of an attack move, whereas the Zerglings from Magus came down with an attack move. That means those Zerglings attacked those Zealots, killed one, took down all the shields on all the others. If those Zealots would have been on a right mouse attack, on a attack move, they would have mopped up on those Zerglings and could have pushed into the main base. Now, I think he had some more Zerglings in the main base, but I'm not sure how many, and he might have been able to win it. So I think it really came down to that move right there that cost him the game. But minor mistake, but cost him the game, and we shall see if he can pull this back together in the second game. He will choose the map, so there's that advantage. So GG, and join me again for game 2 of this best of 3 between Magus and Kong.